See if you guys can hear this rattling down here. I don't know if it picks up on camera, but there's a slight, well, it's not really a slight rattling. It's a pretty heavy rattling sound coming from the downpipes area. I don't know, man. It's really annoying though. Man, I try to keep my car clean. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's literally impossible, man. Like, I'm hoping I'm not gonna get stuck right here, but there's a possibility. You never know. Oh yeah, listen to that squishing mud. Gotta love it. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you saw like 2 or 3 videos ago that I said I had a new mod coming in from 3.8 Performance, and I'm happy to say the mod has finally arrived right down here in the door. I don't know if you guys can, well, obviously you guys know what it is from the title and the thumbnail, but real quick, before we talk more about the Performance grounding kit, I just wanted to say a little something about 3.8 Performance. So for those of you guys who have not heard yet, unfortunately, like, this breaks my heart to say, man, but Dustin Davis, the owner, founder of 3.8 Performance, has passed away. And man, it is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, I can't believe it. He was one of the only people, if not the only person, pushing the Genesis Coupe platform to the next level, like bringing new things to this car that people thought this car would never see. And like, I literally can't believe it, man. When I heard the news, it broke my heart. I've talked to him so much. He was such a cool guy. His wife, Trisha, she's an awesome person. And because of her, the website and everything, all the mods, you guys are still able to buy them. But I really just wanted to mention this because for those of you who have something on order from 3.8, or for those of you who plan on ordering something from 3.8 Performance, just be patient, it'll get to you. But yeah, man, I still can't believe it. I just felt like I had to talk about that because 3.8 Performance has been such a huge part on this channel. Like, they've sent me so many awesome mods, and just it's really heartbreaking, man. But now let's go ahead and jump into the Performance grounding kit. So, the Performance grounding kit, arguably one of the best small mods that you can do on your Genesis Coupe, pretty much just because it livens everything up basically and makes everything perform how it's supposed to perform. I don't know exactly how this thing works, so I'm gonna read off the website exactly what it does so you guys have a better understanding and I don't look like an idiot basically. But pretty much what this Performance grounding kit is supposed to do, in the easiest terms, basically it makes sure that everything has a 12-volt supply of power instead of, say, okay, so I'm not looking at the website right now. I'm just kind of trying to explain this before I look at the website. So say basically your injectors did not have proper grounding, and instead of them getting the solid 12 volts, they were getting like 9 volts. Well, then your stuff would basically not perform properly. So what this grounding kit does is make sure that everything gets the proper amount of power and therefore performs properly. So now moving over to the website, here's everything it says about it. And here's something I just wanted to note real quick is you see this little block right here. Well, I actually did not get this block with my package, and I was looking at some stuff on YouTube and on the forums, and apparently this block is not necessary. So if you order the Performance grounding kit and you don't get this block, don't worry, you can still install it. But here's everything it has to do with: sensor data, fuel injectors, ignition systems, system timing, path of least resistance, and then yeah, man, if you guys want to learn more about this Performance grounding kit, I'm gonna leave the link for it down in the description below so you guys can learn everything about it, because like I said, I'm no mechanic. I don't know how to explain this stuff properly, so instead of looking like an idiot and trying to explain it, I'll just let you guys figure it out for yourself. But just know that this is an awesome mod, and it's supposed to basically improve every aspect of your car, in a way, the electronics, that is. Here's the package right here and everything that comes inside of it. You open it up, of course. Well, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Of course, you got your Performance grounding kit right here. Now, the 3.8 and the 2.0T both have a different version. This is for the 3.8, obviously, that's what I've got. But also in the package, besides the grounding kit, you get a little piece of paper that tells you how to find the install instructions, and then of course you get your 3.8 Performance sticker. But yeah, man, that's really all there is to this kit. It's nothing too complicated. Install should be pretty simple. Basically, all I'm gonna have to do, open up the hood, take off a few bolts, put these connectors in between the bolts and what was there before, and hook everything back up, and it should be good to go. So now let's go ahead and jump into the install. Alright, so for an overview, pretty much what we're going to be doing is disconnecting this right here. Then we're going to take the single side of the grounding kit. So here's the grounding kit. You got the single side right here, and then you got the side with the 4 other pieces on it. So you take the single side, you put that right here, but of course we have to disconnect the battery before we do all this because we don't want to shock anything and break anything. So take this off, put it on here. Then you take one lead, you put it all the way down here. I'll give you guys a better view here in a minute. You take another one, you put it right here in the front. You take take another one and you put it on one of these top or bottom ones. We're gonna put it on the top one right here. And then lastly, you take the shortest one, I think, and you put it all the way down here, which is gonna by far be the hardest, but we'll get it done. I'll give you guys a better view when we actually get to it. So let's go ahead and get started now. Unscrew this right here and be very careful not to drop any of these bolts because getting them back will not be fun. All right, so you just stick it right on here like so, and now we just screw the nuts back on top. Just finished getting this one tightened up, and you want to make sure that there's pretty much no play. We'll get everything snugged up completely once we get the negative terminal and everything reseated, but yeah, on to the next. All right, so now you're going to want to take the longest lead and we're going to put it right up here in the front. All right, so we got the bolt and everything off. Now you just want to take this off, like the stock ground piece, and then we just slide the new one in under here and put everything back in on top of it. So we just got this one finished up, got the new ground under everything, and we got the wire all zip tied up and out of the way. Now it's onto this one. So we just got the top one unscrewed. You can see the bottom one is still on right here. Now we're just going to slide the new ground under here and put everything back on top of it. All right, we just got this one all finished up, got our zip tie on this thing. We're gonna get everything cleaned up nicely so you hopefully can't see it that much whenever we're done. But yeah, on to, I guess, the one under the intake now. And I forgot to mention, this one that we just did, that's the second longest lead. All right, so we've been digging around over here under the intake. I don't even know if you guys can see the bolt that we're trying to go for, but basically what we have figured out is that with this aftermarket intake I have, it's pretty much impossible to get to the bolt down here. It's literally under this box, and we don't have time to take the intake off. So we checked on 3.8 performance and checked on the install instructions for the 3.8 grounding kit, and it appears that you can take one of these three off, or I guess all of these three technically. Like, they're all circled on the website. There's this one, and this one. We're gonna take this bracket and everything off and put the new lead under here, I guess. Oh yeah, and for the lead we're gonna be using for this one, it's I actually don't know the length of it, but it's the one that's smaller. Like, you save this biggest one right here for last, so it's gonna be this one right here on the right that we're using. All right, so we just got this one tightened up and everything, and as you can see, I hope you can see, the new ground lead thing is under the bracket and the bolt. So like, put it underneath everything right there and you're good to go. Now we're on to the last and definitely the hardest one. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Like, this is gonna be such a pain to record, but pretty much down here on top of the transmission, like I can't even reach my hand all the way down here while I'm recording it, but all the way down there you will see a black bracket with a bolt on it. You'll know if it's the right one because it'll have like a little ground like hole next to it and like a piece of metal sticking in there, like how all the other ones have had basically. So yeah, this one's gonna be a pain for sure, but we're gonna go ahead and get it started and I'll keep you guys updated. This one will definitely be easier if you have a second set of hands. All right, so I don't know if you guys can even see this. Like, it is so hard to see, but we got the bolt out. Now we just got to get the bracket up, and then we're gonna put the new grounding lead under the bracket and screw everything back down, and we should be good to go. Just like that, the last one is on there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying my hardest to get a good angle to where you guys can actually see this, but I don't know if it's possible. Oh, wait, right here actually, it's that one. So you just take that off, take the bracket off, put the screw through the bracket and then through the new grounding lead and tighten everything back down, and it's pretty easy, just very hard to get to. All right, so we kind of just shoved the cables down in here. We got everything zip tied around here. We're gonna chop everything off and get it nice and tidy after the video, but we're gonna go ahead and reconnect the battery terminal now, and then everything should be done. Oh yeah. All right, now we just got to get it tightened down and we are good. All right, now it's time to start it up. And the last time we disconnected the battery, it took the screen a few minutes to come on, so I'm sure in about 30 seconds or so the screen will light up. So far everything seems good. And about 30 seconds later, screen comes on. I think it's working. Oh, we got to click English and then click agree, or my screen just kind of tweaking. But yeah, should be good to go now. Everything's cleaned up. So it's a little bit later on in the day now, about 7 o'clock. We're gonna go for a drive and see if anything feels different. I've been driving around for 5-10 minutes maybe now, and I'm not even gonna lie, it does feel a little bit different. The shifts just kind of feel like crispier, I guess, if that makes any sense. And also the idle is not as like freaky, I guess, if that makes any sense. Before, like, the car would kind of shake a little bit. Whenever I would just be in park, in neutral, or just foot on the brake and drive, like stopped at a red light or something like that, the car would like shake a little bit and the RPMs would kind of bounce up and down a little bit. But now that does not seem to happen. I'll do it here in just a second and show you guys. But now I want to test out some full sends and see if that feels any different. I don't necessarily think it will, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot to mention, the check engine light isn't even on right now. I'm pretty sure it's just because we unplugged the battery and basically reset everything, but it's been off for like 10 minutes now, so fingers crossed. So right now we're just sitting here at a stop sign, foot on the brake, and as you can see, it's just chilling right now. Like, it's not freaking out or doing anything weird. It's not like it was like freaking out before, but it was moving around a little bit noticeably. AC's off, turn the AC on, it stays the same. I think it actually made a difference with that, I'm not gonna lie. We'll do a little full send right here. First gear, traction, everything off. We're just gonna floor it. We're not gonna boost it or anything, brake boost it. Actually, we'll roll into it slowly. How about that? Dude, it definitely, I'm sorry, I had to turn my brights off. I'm not trying to blind this person, but I 100% notice a difference in shifting. It is so much snappier, dude. That felt awesome. Like that wow. I was not expecting that. Wow. Third gear. And then second gear. Not even any traction in second right there, man. All right, everybody, so I've been driving around for like 30 minutes now, and I'm not even gonna lie, the car has been shifting better than it's ever shifted before. And as you guys can see, the check engine light is still off. I don't exactly know what that's about. I kind of thought it was just because I unplugged the battery and basically reset everything, but maybe not. Maybe the performance grounding kit fixed something and the check engine light will no longer be on. But now to answer the question that everyone has been waiting to have answered, and that is the performance grounding kit worth it? I mean, honestly, I think it is 100% worth the $65 that this thing costs. Like, for $65, you literally get better idle, better shifting, and supposedly the car is supposed to have better cold starts, but I mean, I haven't got to test that out necessarily. But it feels great, man. The shifting alone, in my opinion, makes it worth it. Like, it is so much snappier, man. If you guys drive your Genesis Coupe a lot, you will instantly notice a difference in how it shifts after you install this thing. It is just so sick. Oh, and one more thing that's really important, I completely forgot to mention, but in the beginning of the video, I showed you guys the kit on the website and how it's supposed to come with that little box. Well, the kit that I installed and all the kits that will be sent out from now on if you order one are the V2 kits. So that's why it doesn't come with a little box, and that's why it's installed a little bit differently. Just wanted to let you guys know because I probably confused some people in the beginning. But yeah, that is really going to wrap it up for this one, everybody. Happy New Year's. I have some awesome stuff planned for this year. Like, I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Pretty much the whole car is going through a major makeover. It's just, oh man, I cannot wait to share it with you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, do not forget to drop a like and subscribe. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.